What's going on, everybody? I really hope it doesn't rain. The weather said it was like a 10% chance, but I don't know. In some places it's looking a little worse than that. Anyway, today I thought I would do my review of this Icon Airflite helmet that I'm wearing. I have a few positives, a few negatives, and some in-betweens. I'm going to start with the negatives. So, first off, this helmet is a little big and a little heavy. It's not insane, but it's something to be aware of. It's not like the smallest, thinnest helmet ever. I know when I was riding with a passenger, it was just, I don't know, it was kind of bulky. It was like hitting her helmet a little more than it probably should have when she leaned forward. I don't know, this one just kind of sticks out a little bit. It's just something to think about. And it's not crazy heavy, but I would compare the weight. Why is there trash in the road? I would compare the weight to like similar helmets or helmets that you have if weight is something you really care about. Another negative that I would say for at least me is fitting a camera on here. Just because of the chin mount. You can't chin mount a camera on here reasonably. Apparently you can get like a little mount that goes on the side and you can wrap it around the front. In which case, that's all good. But I don't have that, so just mounting a camera without that is a little more difficult, I guess, than my other Icon helmet was. Just because of the simplicity of the chin mount that this lacks. The last negative, really the only other negative I have for this helmet, is the whistling. Now I've seen a few places online, so I know it's not just me, and like I messed up putting the visor on or something, because it's not the case. But at like higher speeds, if you aim your head a certain way, there's like a little bit of whistling that comes through the helmet. It's not like really loud or unbearable or anything, it's just, I don't know, it's there, it's noticeable. Now like, I wouldn't use that as like the only reason to not buy this helmet. If you want it other than that, I'd still get it. Because like yesterday, for example, I was riding around for a few hours and I never heard it once. It's just sometimes the way you angle your head at certain speeds, there is like a little bit of whistling that comes through. I don't know. The very first time I heard it, I was like really confused. I thought it was like a car or something, and I was like looking around, I'm like, there's no one around me, what is that? Then I realized it was coming from the helmet. So that's really my only gripes about this helmet, so I guess I'll move on to the in-betweens. My first in-between, I guess, is the price. I'm not like some helmet expert, but from what I've read, this helmet has a pretty good value. It's not like excellent, it's not awful, but it's a good value. So I guess I'll leave it at that, because I really, I don't know. I won this helmet through the Icon Moto Vlogger Challenge, because I personally didn't want to spend like $290 on a helmet. You can actually get these cheaper if you get the plain ones, but this does have like, this is the chrome version, the red one. But I don't know, it seems pricey to me. But I mean, of course that's nothing compared to like upper showy helmets and stuff like that. So that really is like an in-between thing, is the price. It's something that if you're comfortable with paying, I would recommend it, yes. It's a pretty good helmet. My next in-between is the drop-down visor. Now, I'm saying this is an in-between because I don't care for it. Not like this helmet in particular, but I don't care for that feature. Like when I was helmet shopping originally, I was like looking around and it was like, oh yeah, you can get one with a drop-down visor. And I was like, okay. And like, I don't know, that just wasn't for me. Not my thing, not my style, I guess. I don't ever use it. The only time I've used it was to show it off because people are like, oh, that's so awesome. And I mean, if like that's your thing, then for sure, it works great. It makes a little poppy noise when it comes down. It's secure. I have no problem with it. It's just I don't care to use it. I also ride around with my red tinted visor, so I really don't need it. I guess if I had that clear face shield on, then yeah, that would come in handy. Okay, just checked my notes at that there stoplight. So my last in between is that this helmet is long and narrow. That kind of goes along with what I was saying about like it being big and a little heavy. But this is more for your head size. It is a long and narrow helmet. Now that's not good or bad, but it is pretty long and pretty narrow. So if your head is not long or narrow, this may not fit you that well. Now, when I first put it on, it was giving me a little bit of pressure in like my upper jaw area. And when I did first wear it, I was like, okay, I don't know about this. Maybe I got the wrong size. But like after wearing it for 10-15 minutes, it was like already good again. I would suggest trying it on before you buy it, if that's a thing. I don't know, a lot of people just buy online nowadays, and I don't know, they can't try stuff on Amazon, you know, whatever. All right, now to my positives. What's good about this bad boy? First off, it's comfy. It's a little comfortable. It's not like, oh yes, the greatness of the helmet. It feels so good on my skin. It's not like God tier or anything, but I have to say it's pretty comfortable. Like, I mean, I can ride around in it all day and not be like, oh, this is just a chore. I don't know, it feels pretty good to me. My other positive is that it looks awesome. Like, I've had that black helmet for a while, and like I've had people like talk about it, I guess, ask about it, but ever since I got this one, man, like everywhere I go, people are complimenting me on it, like how cool it looks and like where do they get one. And I've had a lot of people already like, yeah, I want to get one of those. What is it? Where'd you get it? You know, all this other stuff. How good is it? So that's really why I'm actually doing the review today, is because like everywhere I go, people are asking me. You know, everywhere I go, people want to know, how's the helmet? We are helmet. Bum ba dum bum 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 bum. But anyway, I'm about to stop somewhere, so I'll be right back and I will continue this review. Alright, so my next good thing about this helmet is the airflow. It is not like perfect, it is not bad, it is pretty good though. There's the two on the top, it's got the rear vent thing for exiting air, and I don't know, technical terms, insert here. But it's got the chin vent too, which is like a two-stage. One blows air on your face and the other like blows it on the visor too. It's, I don't know, pretty cool. I like it. It's been really hot here lately, and I can't really complain about the airflow. Like it definitely helps. Cause I was riding around with it like shut off, and it kind of sucked really bad. And I popped open those vents and it was so much better. Who's a good boy? Alright, my next good thing actually kind of goes against what I said earlier about the whistling, but it is quiet. It's not perfect by any means, but compared to my other cheaper Icon helmet, this is much quieter. Like riding around at high speeds, even with this exhaust on, it's loud, yeah, but it is certainly not my other helmet loud, or like really crappy cheap helmet loud. There's definitely a little more quietness going on, especially from the wind noise. Like, yeah, it's pretty windy, don't get me wrong. I mean, I don't know, it's pretty windy. I'm flying down the road at 60 miles an hour. There's gonna be wind, but it is certainly not nearly as bad as some cheaper helmets that I've worn, especially like my old dirt bike helmet. That, I mean, there's no comparison there. And my last good thing is that it's easy to use. Everything on the helmet's simple. All the vents click like they're supposed to. All the vents make sense. There's nothing like really odd or weird about this helmet. And the visors are easy to change. I know like the big external visor, that's a piece of cake to change. You just pop off the little side vents and you lift the visor all the way up and it just comes right out. It's like super easy. Then you set the new one right there and you close it, and then you put on the side vents again, and voila, lay face mask dunno. There's an IHOB over there, International House of Burgers or whatever they changed their name to. I still don't know how I feel about that. Well guys, that's pretty much it for my Icon Airflite helmet review. If you're looking for a standout helmet, you want to scare the neighbor's children, and you want to look cool, I think it is an excellent choice. Well, I hope you guys learned something. Just kidding, I don't really care. But that is it, guys! So everybody ride safe, and I'll see you next time.